Right, seems like we have to take day 2 now. Alright, so let's start. Okay. Password philosophy. Alright, so here your flight departs on a few days from the coastal airport. The easiest way down to the coast from here is via, was it Tubugan? Alright. The shopkeeper at the North Pole, Tubugan rental shop is having a bad day. Something's wrong with our computers. We can't log in. You ask if you can take a look. You ask if you can take a look. Their password database seems to be a little corrupted. Some of the passwords would have wouldn't wouldn't have been allowed by the official Tubugan corporate policies that was in effect when they were chosen. To try to debug the problem, they have created a list, your puzzle input, of passwords according to the corrupted database and the corporate policy when that password was set. For example, suppose you have the following list. Okay, here. Each line gives the password policy and then the password. The password policy indicates the lowest and the highest number of times a given letter must appear for the password to be valid. For example, 1 equals 3. A means that password must contain A at least one time and at most 3 times. So meaning here, this one should appear 1 time, which is correct, and at most 3, so it's only 1, so it's valid. Okay, in the above example, 2 passwords are valid. Okay, one is this one, I guess, and this one B. This one doesn't have B, so this is not valid. This one 2, it has 2 and at least 9 and at most 9. So how many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So at most 9, so it's still valid. So that's the valid part. So in the above example, 2 around blah blah blah. The middle password is not. It contains no instance of B, but needs at least 1. The first and the third passwords are valid. They contain 1, A or 9, C, both within the limits of their respective policies. How many passwords are valid according to their policies? What? Okay, how many passwords are valid according to their policies? To begin, get your puzzle input here, right? Okay, so we have that one. We are now going to put this as our input, or let input is equals to this one here, right? But we have to, how we are going to break this into a parsable input. First we have to break this. We can break this, and then next is break this and break this. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so next is get the inputs. So input that for each item. Okay, and then how do we break this up? So S should be S here. So S dot split. Is there a split here? So string. What's that? Explode. Is it explode? JavaScript explode string. Alright, split. So that's the S. That's split. Split it into like that. And the result here would be the left and right is equals to no, or splitted str here, and the left is equals to splitted str 0, and left right is equals to splitted str1. Okay, so now we want to again split this, and then to the left is, we'll say splitted left is equals to left that split into like that, and then say here the let policies, I guess, policy 1 is equals to policy is equals to splitted left 0, and then here the character car to check is equals to splitted 1. Okay, so that's it. And then for the policy, we need to let min policy is equals to policy that split with that. Okay, so let splitted policy. Okay, so splitted policy 0 and most, so least and most policy splitted policy 1. Okay, so we now have this. Okay, and then this one here is the password. Okay, and then we are going to have here let valid count is equals to 0. So okay, if you have example 2 passwords are valid. Okay, so next is we're going to now check. Okay, so character or a car to check. Okay, so go to password that index of, so as index of no, how do we check? How many occurrence? So we need JavaScript for that. Google for that. JavaScript count character instance in a string. So this is using regex, but we don't want to use regex. Regex are not for men. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we can do that, the split. Okay, so this is without using regex. So it's a password dot split a then dot length minus 1. Okay, so occurrence, so let's say here occurrence, let's go to like that, and then if occurrence is lesser than list policy, and occurrence, okay, so occurrence is no, if occurrence is greater than list policy, list or equals to list policy, and occurrence is lesser than or equal to most policy, okay, then valid count plus. Okay, so I guess that's it. And if we console log this one here, console.log valid count, no, cartridge check. Why is the cartridge check not in here? So the cartridge check will be here. Okay, so so there's this, and if we run this, let's go to JS and then go to advent of code, then day 2, then node part 1, we should get 2 here. Alright, we got 2. Very nice. How about this one? So how do we parse this? Because we need to put it on like this. Okay, so same with what we did before. We go here, add a new input here, day2.txt, then paste all of that, and then we're going to look for such n like that, and then that is gonna be converted into like that with okay, and like that, should be like that and like that. Okay, and then kaboom, So we have all of it, and here we just want to put something here, and where's the last one? Where's the... Right, so this one here. Okay, so we put that there. Put this back, put this back, put this back, put this back. Put this back, put this back, put this back. Alright. Okay, so we now put that here. So let input is equals to this cool array here. And why is it like that? And this one here would be commented. This one doesn't looks like it's working. Let's do this again. Okay, let's do this again. Day2 day2.txt day2.txt. Okay, this one, and then here I need this one. What happened here? Alright, this one is going to turn into like that. We should put a like that here. You should put a new line there. Nope. Maybe we should put here first, and in here I'll put this one here, and then for the new line we're gonna do like that. And then in here we're going to comment this out. And put there. Alright, so let's create a new JS here. .js. Then paste this one. Paste this thing. And then look for this. So this one, or this one, and this one. That one. Alright, so that one, we're going to update that to become that and like that. Alright. And no. Okay, so this is not good. So we'll just try this. It works. Still gives us answer. So let's try to check if it's correct. Submit. That's the right answer. You are 1 gold star closer to saving your vacation. So yeah, we still got it. That's cool. Okay, so let's continue here. While it appears you validated the password correctly, they don't seem to be what the official Tubugan corporate authentication system is expecting. The shopkeeper suddenly realizes that he just accidentally explained the password policy rules from his old job at the sled rental space down the street. The official Tubugan corporate policy actually works a little different. Each policy actually describes 2 positions in the password, where 1 means the first character, 2 means the second character, and so on. Be careful. Tubugan corporate policies have no concept of index 0. Exactly one of these positions must contain the given letter. Other occurrence of the letter are irrelevant for the purpose of policy enforcement. Given the same example, this from above. Okay, is valid. Position 1 contains A and position 3 does not. Valid. Position 1 contains A and position 3 does not. This one here, B. Invalid. But neither position 1 nor position 3 contains B. C is invalid. Both position 2 and 9 contain C. Right. So okay, so either 1 only, where 1 means and 2 means the second character. Be careful. Okay, valid. Position 1 contains A and position 3 does not. Oops, sorry, what happened? Okay, alright, so let's do a part 2 here. Part 2. Okay, and then first let's commit this. Alright, oops, sorry. Right, okay, so let's put this on a comment for now. Right, so here we want to say list here. So instead of list, it's going to be what's the policy again? Where 1 means the first character, 2 means the second character. exactly one of these positions must contain the given. Exactly one of these positions. Okay. Okay, so yep, no index. Splitted. Alright. Okay, so we just wanna care about the password here. Password here. Okay. So occurrence doesn't matter anymore. So we'll have to. So this is part 2, then part 3, part 2. So here, we're going to remove all of this. Remove all of this. So let's just say that password, password, sorry, password list policy. So list policy plus list policy is, for example, it's 1. Okay, 1. So if you say 1, okay, so this one here, if like that, is equals to card to check or password most policy plus 1 is equals to card to check valid count plus plus. So just like that. So okay, so this one here will expect only one valid. So say here node part 1. What? Oh no, part, we should be on part 2. Come on, man. All right, part 2. All right. So it's 0. Why? List policy Last night I think of you. I want to be a lady, baby. If you give me some, your love is strong. If I want to you. Last night I think of you. I want to be a lady, baby. You gave me some. Come on, every love is strong. You did my all, yeah, yeah. Last night I think of you. What? What's going on here? Valid count. What's going on here, guys? Should we convert that like that? Hey, what's going on? Oh, what's the valid count? Oh man. 1. Should be +1, right? Should be +1. So 1. You don't have to put it like that. 0. Okay, so should be like that. 1. Okay. Okay, so let's try this. Hopefully it works. Okay, so let's try to submit this. That's not the right answer. Your answer is too high. If you're stuck with make sure you're using the full input data. Are we using the correct data? We should be using the correct data. Like this. Yes. No, it should be exactly 1. So okay, so we'll do it like this. If a student is check valid count plus plus, then else think that's it. Should be, should get a lower one. Yep. This one should be 420. Yeah. Oh no. Is it position 1 contains A and it does not? It does not. And then it's valid. So this should be +1 here, +1, and for now let's do this one first here. This one plus A, so this is going to be converted into a string. So that is 1. Okay. Okay. So 420 is not correct. And this one here should be correct. Alright, so 416. 416, is it correct? Damn. Still too high. Why? What's the instruction? This should be invalid. It's undefined. So 2 and 9. here. If it's 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, so 9 is there. So yeah, we didn't have to plus. Okay, so password this one and password this one. If we do that, still undefined. Why? Most split it policy 9 password 9. Why is password 9 undefined? Okay, this one here and password 9. Why is password 9 undefined? Password 8. C. So that is minus 1. Minus 1. And is minus 1. So it should not be valid. It should be 0. See here. Okay, so we this, use this, use this, use that. Hey. Right, okay, 0. And then we are going to check this one here. This should be invalid. 0, and this one here should be valid. Right? Should be 1. Alright, that's correct. So let's use this one here again. Jam up. Copy. This one here. This one should be lesser than, okay. This one here should now be correct. Come on, man. That's the right answer. You're a gold star. Alright. Okay, so now we want to make this a little bit beautiful, because this doesn't look beautiful. So this is the answer for part 2. And we want to make this a little bit prettier. How do we make this prettier? Okay, so things like this, right? We can split it character, right? So we can at least try to use the JavaScript deconstructing assignment. Okay. So like this. Okay, yeah, okay. So we can, instead of this one here, we can, yeah, how do we do that? Oh, okay, yeah. So we can do it like this. So this is going to be left, this is going to be password, and it will still render the same output. This one, yep, so 325. And this one here will still be splitted into policy, then car to check. So that will make it more beautiful. Yep, still the same. And this one here as well. It can split this into this. So list this one here, then this one here. Right, but then we need to convert them into a number and one. Right, so are they still having the same output? Yep. Can we do, I think no. Can we do it? -1 here. Yep, no. Alright, so that's it. Here. But this one I don't like it. Like that. Are they still going to render the same? Yep, still the same. What else? My man, last night think of you. I don't know if we can still make this a little bit beautiful, but that is the most that I can do for now. Okay, so that's it. We have four star already. And I need to take some rest. Alright, cool. Thank you and goodbye.